This is you, and this is your powerful hunt.
Oh shoot, let me turn this off, yo. I do not want my line to get shut down. Where the hell is my remote control? We gonna mute that game for the day. Hey, about to take that out my line. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I think I got something real good to talk about. Whether you're married, whether you got a boyfriend, whether you got a girlfriend, whichever which one you have. Oh, which one do you have? Can you believe, or do you believe that your significant other insecurities can a person insecurity how am I trying to say this? Hey, Jamal, I'm live. Shut up. Dang, how am I trying to put this? Can somebody's insecurity affect the relationship? Haha. That's what I'm trying to say. Can somebody's insecurity affect the relationship? What I mean by that is, what's up, Willie? What's up, Shayna? What's up, Jovi? What's up, CLD? I mean, CDL. I'm sorry, CDL. And so we're going to, hey, if anybody does not know, your boy, Tackleberry Bug, which is my big brother in Bug Nation, brothers, he just did his appeal. So he was able to get the money for his appeal. He's working on squashing that issue that has recently affected him and his family. So if you want to, I believe not last week, but the week before my last live, if you want to go to that live, you want to donate to either his Cash App or his GoFundMe page. Go support that, brother. You never know when one of us will be in that situation. So we're going to need some help, man. Just to get started, I think it was at 10 grand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lady S. I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. Please believe it's not on purpose. Trust me, it's not on purpose. But Tackleberry Bug, man, he's what's going on, Jason? He's just now getting his appeal started. If you've ever been through a gun situation where you had to you got to be messing with me. I know. But if you ever had to face a gun charge or anything dealing with a gun charge, if you don't have any insurance or anything like that, it's gonna cost you some money. It's gonna cost you a pretty big penny to defend yourself and get through the appeals and trying to get your name back right. You know what I'm saying? So he's still taking donations. So if you want to, hit him up on his Cash App or hit him up on his GoFundMe page. It is on my last, like I said, live, which was 2 weeks from now, from this week. So, and I'm gonna show his video. Do a quick.
And the job called and, hey, we got this, need you to come in and do this. I'm only obligated for 40 hours. Now I got a decision to make. Do I say, hey, fuck you, don't answer my phone, don't come in? Or do I, change my plans to go do that. Am I playing the short game or the long game? And the job called in, hey, we got this, need you to come in and do this.
So as you seen on the screen, Tackleberry Bug. I put it up there again. Shout out to him, man. So definitely, if you can, I'm a type of person. Any dollar counts. Any dollar. So, no dollar is too small, no dollar is too big. When you get put in a situation where you are possibly facing time, he was possibly facing jail time, so shout out to him, man, and him trying to, basically trying to fight for his life at this point. He didn't have to serve no time, but he is 8 years on paper, so that's a long time to be on paper to belong to the state. And so we trying to help him get his appeal back. Well, he's doing his appeal now. Now we're gonna talk about insecurities, man, because to me, a lot of relationships, or some relationships, whether it's a friend, whether it's somebody you are calling a partner, what they expect out of you and what you expect out of them could be totally different. And that's including a friend. A friend can think of you in a certain way, and you can think of them in a certain way, and because something happened to them and their insecurities, they'll put them off on a friendship or even on a relationship. And so I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all see me back and forth, I'm watching the Packers and the Vikings right now. So I'm back and forth between my live and the game. Nice pass. And so I think it does. A lot of times for me, especially in relationships, you having friends with the opposite sex could trigger an insecurity about another a past relationship with that person, and now they're putting it off on their new relationship, or just in general. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Can somebody insecurities affect your relationship, friendship, or relationship? Either or. And so what do y'all think? Insecurities are real. A lot of people don't talk about their insecurities, but insecurity is real. And so let me put me back. Let me just remove that. So insecurities are real. That could be either at the job, at home, friendships, family members. Okay. If somebody's insecure, they won't feel comfortable in said relationships, which will cause issues. Yeah, infidelity, that's true too, but I think a lot of people that has been hurt by infidelity, but if you've been hurt once, then you always believe you can be hurt again, which is realistic in a way, I would say. But that person you dated before is not the person you're dating now. Now, could it be a possibility that infidelity can creep into the relationship? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. But everybody is different also. And so I don't know, man. I ain't gonna tell you my age. Well, it don't matter. I'll be 41 October 26th, which is my birthday. My birthday's coming up. And so at the age of 41, man, if I can't trust you, if you say this your brother, this your friend, then I'm gonna take your word for it. But if I find out they more than that, that means you have been lying to me this whole time. And I'm not the person, I'm not gonna tell a woman, and I'm not gonna tell my wife who she can and can't talk to. Because at the end of the day, she's a grown woman and she has the right to do whatever the hell she wants to do. What's up, 85? And so she's gonna do what she wants to do. So me trying to stop her from who she's talking to, who she's on the phone with, I don't do all that. It's not. I'm not chasing you behind somebody that you're dealing with, or you decide that you want to go outside the relationship with. I'm just not gonna do it. And so if I ever find out that you did something with this person you call your brother, this person you call your friend, then that's when I gotta leave it alone, because you're not being honest, and you never was honest about the person. Let me invite you. If you want to come in, and chop it up, and you think you got some valuable information to bring to the conversation, I would love for you to jump on the panel. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but and insecurities come with sometimes unrealistic expectations. I truly believe that as well. And so you have to be comfortable in your own skin. To me, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know what I will and won't do. If I'm in a relationship with someone, or in this case that I'm married to my wife, I know what is going too far. You know what I'm saying? I know all that. So I'm always the person, treat the person the way you want to be treated. And that means, if you have male friends, you have male friends. If you talk to your male friends, you talk to your male friends. I'm not insecure about that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if she wants to do it, she's going to find any and every way to do it anyway. So I'm not insecure about my wife talking to people she work with, friends of the family that's been friends of the family for a very long time, co-workers that she wants to have a relationship outside work. If you're not familiar, last week the week before we kind of got on why we was having this conversation about Bug. Bug was facing felony charges. He fired his weapon at a young man that was trying to run him off the road with his grandchild in the car. And so he was facing time for that. Unfortunately, he was in part of Texas that is not kind to our, and so he was facing some real serious jail time, but they put him on paper, so he's on paper for right now. He has got the money to get his appeal started, so and that's why 85. And so, but your insecurity can definitely affect your relationships, whether it's friendship, long-term partnership. Like I said, I'm always in the mode that I treat people the way I want to be treated. And that's every relationship that I come across. I don't try to hide that I'm married. I don't try to hide none of that. And so anybody that meets me, especially a female that I work with or that I have came across throughout my life, since I've been married, know that I've been married. And so it's just a straight friendship. And so sometimes somebody else's expectations, they might want them to be your expectations. And sometimes it don't work like that. I'm the type of person, you're free to do what you want to. If you do what you want to, and I find out you're doing something you have no business doing, then at that point, it's time for me to cut ties. Period. Because I'm not about to sit up here and wonder what you're doing, wondering where you're at, wondering who you with. And if I'm gonna do that, then I might as well be by myself. I'm not your babysitter. I'm not your caregiver. I'm none of that. I'm a partner that's here to make sure I do my job as a husband and do what I need to do to make sure that I take care of my kids, make sure they good. And so that does not involve me chasing behind another grown person trying to figure out what they're doing outside this relationship. And so that's true. That's true. I agree with that. But I think you and a lot of us make this mistake going into relationships, and I've done it myself, not discussing what you expect or what you plan to gain in the relationship. What I mean by expect is, well, I don't want you to have female friends, or I don't want you to have male friends. And so, what's your expectations out of me? Because my expectations might not be your expectations, and your expectation, I might disagree with. And so, you gotta have that long talk. I have made mistakes like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but just 41, going on 41 years on this earth, you have to have that hard talk before you commit to especially the marriage, because marriage is not something you just get out of. It's definitely something that you work on each and every day, and you try to become better and better as the days go by. And so I don't know, some people might call it, you know, doing whatever they want to. Is like she said, it's disrespectful. um I'm at the mind thought, and maybe I think wrong because, and I say that because my mother and father have been married 3 times each. Um, as far as women and my dad dealt with, they didn't really care about me, my brother, my sister. And so I probably got the wrong outlook. I'm not gonna lie. I maybe have the wrong outlook on life when it comes to relationships and whatnot. And so I'm man enough to admit, maybe it's just me, but I believe sometimes your insecurity can drive a person. You can drive. You can slowly drive a wedge between you two because of what you think and how you think things should go. I'm 100% of not putting nobody above my wife. I'm definitely not a fan of that because I'm from the South, so a lot of when I met my wife, a lot of her understandings wasn't my understanding. I was raised in the South. I mean, from helping out her family, female family members, helping her female family members move, helping her female families put brakes on their cars. I'm just a nice guy, period. And when I do stuff for people, I don't look for nothing in return, and that's including her own peoples. And so my way of coming up and my way of being raised, and you know, I'm not from Detroit, so I'm not used to people being harsh to each other, you know, stabbing each other in the back. I wasn't used to that growing up. And so when I got here, it was a whole different type of culture that I had to learn. And oh, okay. She said, let's go right here. I like that. I like that. No such thing as just a friend. No man will invest in a friend like that unless he's getting something. Emotional cheating is also cheating. Okay, let me ask y'all this question to the women. Women, and do you have friends or male friends you call your brother? Males, do you have female friends you call your friend or your sister? Shannon, you was raised in Detroit. Let me ask you, you was raised up here in Michigan. And y'all thinking is way different than what I was brought up in. I have met some of my wife's co-workers that she called her brothers. I didn't trip. You said them your brothers, right? So why would I trip on your brothers? I know. I just corrected myself though. I did, Shannon. Um, seem to be nice guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't see where I should have to worry about her and the people she call her brothers. Maybe am I just leaving my nose wide open, or am I naive with it? Maybe am I naive? Because like I said, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to assume anything unless I get concrete evidence that something is going on with you and another person. Somebody can come tell me all day long my wife's cheating on me, my wife doing this. Unless they got concrete evidence she kisses somebody or they got some type of video, I'm a type of person, bring me some concrete evidence. Other than that, I'm not going to be like, no, you can't this, no, you can't that. Like I said, it was a whole new world that opened up to me when I got to Detroit. Mind you, I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm from communities where everybody know everybody and stuff like that. So do you put that expectation on your husband? I don't know, man. I think different. I think very differently. She ain't playing. She is not playing. I don't know. Maybe my thinking is wrong, y'all. I'm not saying y'all thinking it's wrong. I would never say that because I'm not married to nobody in this chat. So I don't know. My expectation is if my wife call this man or this young man her friend, her brother, then I'm gonna respect it until I find out something different. You know, if y'all over there talking about doing something to each other and going past a friendship type level, then yeah, I have concern. Other than that, I don't check phones. I pay my wife phone bill. I don't check phones. I don't go behind looking at text messages because if I really wanted to, I can go pull my phone bill up. But I just don't choose to do all that. If I gotta do all that, then I might as well be single. I'm not trying to play detective. I'm not trying to play private investigator. And I expect the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's my expectation. I don't mind you having male friends. I don't mind you calling them your brother if that's your brother. Don't bother me. We ain't even gotta have the same mutual male friends. It don't bother me. So my expectation it is different from my wife. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's different from my wife. But at the same time, I'm not gonna force my expectations down her throat. Or my insecurities down her throat, which I don't think. I really don't have no insecurities. If I'm not doing what I gotta do at home, then hey, if another man's can take my place, well, she won mine to begin with, and that's just the way I think. And that's probably the way my daddy taught me, because my daddy always told me no woman is your property, and a woman can do what the hell she wants to do whenever she wants to do it. And so maybe that's my wrong way of thinking, but that has kept me out of the jail cell. That has kept me out of the grave. I'm not going to chase behind nobody. I'm not going to go look for somebody. If you decide to do that, I hope you're having a good time while you're doing it, because you will not be back this way. And so I had that same type of respect towards her, and hopefully she has the same type of respect towards me. And that's just the way I think. So I'm not expecting you not to talk to guys. I know my wife is a very beautiful woman. I'm not naive to say she's not, because she's a very beautiful woman. And so, you know, it's all up to her. If somebody wants to holler at her, if she decides she wants to advance that, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do. I have to make that decision to say, well, am I going to leave, or am I going to stay and forgive? And so to me, the insecurity can drive your relationship. Well, can ruin a friendship or relationship, because your expectations of a friendship may not be. And I do my friends just as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the friend that's gonna bark up and down your back. You know, I done had friends where I did stuff for, and then turn around when I needed them, I couldn't get them to help me with nothing. And so When I do stuff out of love. I do stuff that, I mean, when you got me as a friend, I'm a solid friend. You need me for anything, you got me. And so I'm the same way with my friendships. My expectations is, if you need me, I got you. I don't have my expectations for a friendship is, hopefully, they treat me like I treat them. Because I don't identify my wife's male friends as our friends. They're her friends at the end of the day. Some of them I met, some of them I become cool with, some of them I have exchanged numbers with. I have. Some of them I haven't. And them are her male friends at the end of the day. I just hope I don't get screwed in that process of her having them particular male friends. So like I said, some of them I've talked to on the phone. I've been cool with. Some of them I don't talk to them unless it's at one of her job functions where they hang out outside the job. And so it is what it is at the end of the day. But I will, if you have a concern with a particular female, I'm man enough to have that discussion. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't have no issue with another male. And like I just said, to me, you can't stop someone doing what they want to do when they want to do it. That's my belief. I mean, I've seen people play detectives. I heard people come home in the middle of the night after, in the middle of work to see if their wife cheating or they husband cheating. And I'm not doing all that. If I got to do all that, if I got to leave work, if I got to worry about you while I'm at work, it's not going to work. Because I'm expecting to do the same thing. I'm expecting to be there. I'm expected to not. What's going on, Paris? I'm expecting to do my job and right. And that's always been my thought process. And the reason why I think like that is because a lot of men and women get killed because of another person's insecurity or what happened to them in the past. Lying. I'm not the person that's gonna lie to you. I'm straight up with you. I'm not gonna sit up here and run around trying to hide with another female, go across town to try to grab another female. I'm not doing that. If you're not feeling it and the thing is getting crazy, then yeah, I'm out with such and such. Yeah, I'm talking to such and such. Yeah, I'm about to screw such and such. I'm the type of person, I'm not going to play them games. I'm like I said, I'm going on 41. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And I ain't got time to run here, run there, sneak here, sneak there. I'm not doing it. And so at the end of the day, I'm brutally honest to the point sometimes I think I'm cruel. But, a lot of people say they want be honest with me. And, a lot of people can't handle the honesty. I've learned that with the 41 years that a lot of people holler that they want somebody to be brutally honest with them. And then when you give them the honesty, then they go off the rail. And then you got the ones that's lying, doing all type of stuff. So I'm very frank and being very open and honest. And being open and honest, you got to be able to take that too. You know, if a person say they not feeling you, or a person saying things are not going well, or I'm not feeling this anymore, then you have to respect that. And I respect that all day long. And so I'm not going to run, and I'm not going to hide, and I'm not going to do all this to have a secret relationship. I'm just not going to do it. That's true. I agree. I'm right with you. I 100% agree, because I've told women, nah, I'm good. But they want you to be honest, but then again, I don't think they want you to be honest. To me, honesty is the best thing you can give somebody. To me. And so I'm brutally honest, and like I said, sometimes I could be, what's up, Mr. Bullshitter? I think I could be too honest to the point that I hurt people's feelings. That's with friends, family. Sometimes even my wife, I could be just brutally honest and come off like a real big a-hole. And I don't mean to do it, but I don't know. My dad was my dad was very brutally honest with me growing up. And so I maybe carried that into my adulthood, and maybe can be a little harsh sometimes. I don't try to be. I'm not a harsh person at all. He just twisted his ankle. Oh, I know that hurt. And so, insecurities and expectations. Okay. Being brutally honest hurts in the moment, but in the long term, it's the best option and drives the most growth in any relationship. I agree. But sometimes being brutally honest can also get your life taken away too. Some people. I'm watching the Packers and the Vikings, and the Packers not looking good right now. People get killed being brutally honest in a relationship. And that's why I say you got to kind of be careful in being brutally honest. I would say being honest, but don't be brutally honest sometimes. Sometimes just hit them soft. I don't know. Sometimes, you can hit them very hard, being brutally honest. And, you've seen people die over being brutally honest. I don't want you no more. This is not working. And the next thing you know, that person ends up dead, or end up getting hurt, and end up losing their lives because of being brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know. I was always taught to be very honest with folks. And I do that even throughout the 40 years I've been on the earth. And so, lucky nobody has harmed me, and being honest, out of relationships. And so That's a good thing. And so, like I said, I don't know. I think a lot of people have to deal with their insecurities before they get into a relationship. Not even that. You really need to deal with that before you decide to marry somebody. You definitely have to deal with that before you deal with somebody. That's true. And so, like I said, you have had people end it, and the person that they ended it with, that you told that's not gonna work, it's not gonna work for me, takes it a whole, takes it even further than what it needs to go, or where it needed to go. And sometimes getting hurt very, very, very bad, or losing your life, uh, all that good stuff. And so you want to make that's part of growing up and learning. Sometimes, you, matter of fact, if you watch, it's this show on Netflix, My Worst Ex. And man, some of the stuff I seen on that show, man, whoo, I hope I never run into somebody like that. Well, I'm married now, but back then I so hated it. I so didn't want to run into nobody like that. But it's called My Worst Ex. Man, watch that show. That show that's a crazy show on people trying to get out of situations. I remember just the first one I seen. Where this dude he went with a girl, beat her up, had a police called on him, passed around, she befriended him again, and she ended up almost losing her life. And so it's scary. It's really scary out here. What's up, Burner Girl? When people don't know how to deal with their insecurities in a rational way. That's true too. I agree. And I will totally agree, because I only been married one time, and I'm married now. So I wasn't the type that's gonna go just marry somebody just to be going to marry somebody. I just wasn't gonna do it. And so I wasn't getting with somebody just to marry somebody. I was getting with somebody to get to know somebody. And like I said, I only been married one time, 41 years old, going on 41 years old. And so yeah, childhood trauma is a beast. Yeah, I agree. And so I kind of got a lesson from my parents. Like I said, my parents both have been married 3 times each. Outlaw, did Howard J get with you? Put yes or no in the comment. New York, did Howard J get with you? Because he owe your optic. And shout out to Howard J for donating on my 1,000 episode. I mean my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, 1K giveaway. I think that's it. Oh, I got it. Never mind. No, is this Howard J's? No. This is New York. Okay, I got your information. I'm gonna forward it over to. Did he send you an optic? Say yes or no in the comments, Outlaw. Because if he didn't, then I gotta send him your information. My retarded self. Okay, I'm gonna for Howard J over your information. I should have been did this a long time ago. I do apologize. I'm gonna form over your information today, sometime today, and get with him so he can get your stuff out. Everybody else, I am going to start. School hit me and the kids, and so I am going to now probably start. Hopefully by the end of December, get everybody's stuff out. I got to get with Ray and see if he sends what's name back to him. But yeah, and people pretty much know my story. I pretty much told my story a couple times. My past trauma was my mother, and so I had it difficult. I ain't gonna say a difficult time, but back then a woman couldn't say to me sideways, and I get the hell off. That was just because of my mom trauma from my mom and questions and stuff that I needed answers to from my mom directly. So, and so I was just, hey, when I was young, it was, hey, you say something, looking for, saying something crazy to me, so I block you, I hang up on you. I used to be terrible. I'm not gonna lie. And so, oh man, ooh, that's a long time. Mine was, why wasn't my mother there? And her and my dad went through a nasty divorce when we was young, and so the things my daddy told me, and what I've known really affected me in my early 20s and late 20s. And so trauma is a part of it too. I mean, and how a person was brought up is also part of that. What you value and what you don't value, what you'll take and what you won't take. And that's on both ends of the spectrum, relationship or friend wise. And so I and so I don't know. Life is what life brings you, and you just got to make the best out of it. And trauma is part of most of why people do what they do. Good or bad. And so, I don't know. We don't talk about insecurities enough. Insecurities are part of life. We all have them, whether you know it or not. But insecurities is what we deal with as a people. We all insecure about something. Yeah, we good. We good now. Me and my mom, we good. Me and my mom talk. It took my wife, and believe it or not, y'all, it actually took my wife for me to sit down with me and kind of get that relationship together. So, shout out to my wife for opening my eyes and getting the being able to sit down with my mom and have that hard conversation. Um, have I got everything that I wanted? No, but am I a lot better off than I was when I was in my 20s? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. What's going on, Hot Tub? Oh wow. All right, Hot Tub, man. I hope she's safe. My prayers are with you, bro. And so, I don't know. We all deal with it. To me, we all gonna be insecure about something. Whether it's something about you that you're insecure about, or getting in a relationship and being insecure about a certain person that your partner dealing with, it's it's there. It's gonna be there. Insecurities as a child, you maybe was called ugly, stupid, dumb, and it was drilled in your head so much that you believe it. So even childhood insecurities can happen too. Um, Being molested by a family member that was supposed to be trusted. Man, we getting beat up on. Pittsburgh only down 17. Come on, Pittsburgh. Um, Absolutely. And so whether it's somebody inflicting insecurity on you or just something that you're insecure about yourself, you have to deal with that. You have to address that. And I could say it's some things that I had to deal with. That's some insecurities that I had to deal with. Um, to say that I'm growing up. You know what I'm saying? And so I encourage everybody, man, tap into your insecurity. If you're insecure about something, before you, especially being boyfriend and girlfriend or whatnot, whatever your preference is, before you commit to someone as far as marriage, make sure you get them insecurities together. Uh, if she or he needs to get their insecurities together, and then you need to get your insecurities together before you know going down the aisle. Because I mean, being in a relationship is like being in a marriage is like being at a job, especially if it's a job that you want to. Say if you went to school and you go to school for 12, 13 years to be a doctor, then more than likely you're going to be committed to that job because, first of all, you spent the money to become that, and plus the hard work you had to put in to become a doctor. And so you definitely want to make sure you deal with them insecurities before jumping into a marriage. Oh, look. So, um, whether it's something that's been inflicted on you or just an insecurity that you have developed within your own self, deal with that insecurity before you decide to take that very important step in marrying someone. And so I truly believe you have to deal with that before committing to someone. And so $30 per hour. And so, man, deal with that. Get that together. We all have them. Whether you dealt with them early or you're dealing with them now, try to get them done early. Get them out the way. Man, our Pittsburgh Steelers getting stomped on right now. 0-17. We losing to Indiana like that. And so, man, I am about to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came. I think the high I saw was 13 people in here, man. Thank you, 13, for hopping on for me within these kids. I'm about to get they so loud. For hopping on with me, man, and showing Jay Skilly some love, man. Till next time, deal with your insecurities. Deal with your trauma. Because it's only gonna make you better. It's only gonna make you better for yourself and the person you want to become. Don't let nobody make you insecure about who you are. As long as you're a great person, as long as you're all right bullshitter, as long as you are honest, be honest. You know, it might hurt the person at that moment, like she said, but in the long run, the one thing you could say was I've at least been very, very honest with you on how I feel. And you know, sometimes you can't hide what and how you feel about a person. Only thing you can do is tell them, and hopefully it don't result in great danger or great bodily harm, because you're all about how you feel at that moment. Marriage is something that if you decide to marry somebody, really think about it long and hard. Marriage, a boyfriend and girlfriend, you can get out of it. Hey, I don't want to deal with you no more, boy. I'm not saying that you shouldn't ask a husband or wife, but it's a whole nother commitment outside of boyfriend and girlfriend. And so just make sure, man. All what's going on, Paris? I got home from church at about 11 o'clock. And so work on yourself at the end of the day, and then you're able to make someone else happy. Work on yourself. Because the only person you can change in life is yourself. You can't change your wife. You can't change your boyfriend. You can't change your girlfriend. You can't change your husband, but you can also compromise and come to a middle ground and be able to work it out. But you're not gonna. I've learned a long time ago. You can't change nobody. You can only. Like I said, you can come to a compromise and then build up on that. I'm not able to change my wife. My wife is who my wife is, and at the end of the day, as long as we have an understanding and we can have that conversation and come to a middle ground, everything should be okay. So y'all be safe this week. Take care of one another. It is your favorite gun on checking out, Jay Skilly. Love you guys. I'm about to watch this game and then get ready for work. But in the meantime, in between time, peace.